Recently, President Ruto was hosted by 3 media houses. And during the conversation, he was asked, why is he not a listening president? And in response, he said he is a listening president. Now, let us analyze why Ruto is not a listening president. To begin with, we are all aware, or we all know of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, which is our very prestigious and respected entity. As a matter of fact, we are so much humbled and honored because you can travel directly from Kenya, that is from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, to the United States of America direct without having to go through another country and book another plane. And therefore you even find a good number of people booking planes to Kenya and then traveling from Kenya to the United States of America. That is just an example I'm giving now. This airport, which is well known globally, has leaked twice. Aside the leaking that was experienced twice in the airport experienced power outage on several occasions. It is important to note that the airport has a power backup on standby that should peak automatically when the power goes off. For the very first time in history, this power backup failed. When it happened, the ministry came in and fired the then boss and promised the country that such a thing will never happen. It didn't take long. We again had another total blackout. But this time round, the boss was not fired. Remember, we had several millions put in place to buy or purchase new power backup. Where did this money go? And if a new power backup was purchased, why did it fail? With all this, the president is just silent. He didn't even talk about it. Number 2, health is a basic need to humanity. We have hospitals that are lacking medicine. We had medics out on the street for a very long time. To date, we have clinical officers who are still on strike. Imagine you've been paying for NHIF for all the time you've been working. And we even have some parents who are paying it for their kids. At the end of it all, with all the sweat, you realize that there was a simple mistake on writing and it's gone. With all this, the president is just silent. He's not talking about it. Food production is very important to any economy, and for that matter, a developing country. We have a government that promised they were going to ensure that agriculture, of course, fertilizer is subsidized. We've all seen the fertilizer that was given to the farmers who actually paid for it, full of stones Others were even waste of animals. These things are tested. We've had fertilizer donated by Russia. This fertilizer did not reach us. The fertilizer did not even reach the farmers. This fertilizer, actually nobody can even tell you where it is. And the president is just silent. He's not talking about it. All of you can remember, there's this point when the president himself told the country that there was a government-to-government deal. And as a result, we were going to have fuel in cheaper prices. Even after this oil had come to the country, the prices were still hyped. We even had motorists visit our neighboring Tanzania country to buy fuel. Before this deal, actually even before the oil came, we had the opposition and other Kenyans speak against this deal. But the president insisted, and the deal still went on, but the prices were still hyped. We've had two finance bills, the finance bill of 2023 and the finance bill of 2024. There were several key areas that Kenyans, the business community, and the elites were against. But we still saw these finance bills pass. The president was in support of it. How is he a listening president? In the most recent past, we even had the president of the neighboring country, Tanzania, mocking us, actually laughing publicly, saying that kwa jirani kuna waka. Reason being, most investors, most companies were running away from Kenya, actually seeking refuge in Tanzania. So these are jobs being lost. And this actually happened immediately after the Finance Bill 2023 was passed into a law. And still, with all that, the president has the audacity to bring the Finance Bill 2024, which is more punitive. Actually, the worst of it all. How is he listening? Because the president has all the intel. The intelligence looks at not only the security, but everything that is happening across the country. So he is aware that companies are running away because of the cost of living and what is happening on the ground. So how is he a listening president?